Today I have the Frustum Culling optimization project that we did. Most of the work I did is in these functions here. Frustum Cull camera. This one culls for the camera, and this one which culls for an arbitrary Frustum. I had it as a parameter before, but I ended up making it a member of the GL view so that the GUI could access it. I guess I could have passed it in as a default parameter, but I just didn't do that. And is cullable, which determines whether or not something falls in or out of the frustum in the way that we talked about in class, which is all 8 vertexes of the bounding box need to be on one side of a plane, like on the outside of a plane, the same plane. Yes. Okay, and then in here I have just added some code to show you what world objects are visible and what world objects are not visible, and then also some frustum adjustments. That way you can change like the aspect ratio and the field of view and all of that stuff while it's running, which is good. Yeah. Let me see if I did anything else interesting. Not really. Oh, yeah, I made a. This was bad. This took forever to get right. I ended up having. I don't know why it's working the way it's working now, but it says field of view horizontal to field of view vertical, but the formula that I actually had to use was the vertical to the horizontal. Even though I'm doing horizontal to vertical, it should work, but it's not working the way I expected it. So maybe I'm really converting. Maybe maybe I'm using it backwards, or I just have it named wrong. I'm not exactly sure. I'm using it for converting from the MGL frustum, which I believe takes a horizontal field of view. Let me see if that's correct. Where do I create it at? Up here somewhere. Takes a horizontal field of view, yes. So I should have a horizontal field of view and then transform it into a vertical field of view for the after geometry frustum. But I actually have to flip it the other way, like do the opposite conversion to get it to work. I don't know why. I guess I don't know. That one took me like 3.5 hours just to figure out because I was like, I'm using the right formula. I don't know what's going on. Okay, sorry, I've wasted a lot of time on that. Now let's just run this. Oh yeah, and in here, you can just toggle between which frustum you want to use. Let's continue that. Okay, so let's open it up. All right. So let's get somewhere where we can see everything. Okay, so that's the default right here. Alternate frustum doesn't really cover much, and then here are all the cubes. Let's see. So visible world objects are listed in here. So all the cubes right now are visible, and I have it hard coded currently. I'm planning. If I was going to do this for real, I would add tags for things that don't need that you don't want to call, like a light, skybox, all that stuff. The camera itself, the menu, this other frustum, like things that, because the frustum culling box, the bounding box for it's like only this big. So if you look off to the side, this would all disappear, but I have it coded so that's not going to do that right now. So if I look off screen, one by one, the boxes start to go up there. And then also if I look above, it works on the grass too. so if I'm looking up, it culls the grass. Yeah, so that, and then if I, yeah, look down, it does the same thing. Yeah, every direction works. And also if I move, it doesn't matter. As long as they're off screen, it doesn't work. Make them show up. So I can select. I'm reusing all the code that I wrote for the GUI to do all this stuff, which is handy. So I can move the frustum position around. That was there before, right? So it's not added for this. So I can adjust the things here. And now I had it as sliders before, but it didn't like sliders, so I switched it to input. So I can change this, and then that means you can change a bunch all at once to, see, let's go 50. Horizontal field of view, that's fine, we'll leave it as it is, and then update. So, oh, it wants to put it back in the middle, that's okay. I can still move it again. So now if I do this, only boxes in the frustum are visible, and now if I move them, you can see that they pop in and out of existence. And I think that the next one is just forward. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. And then I also have physics on, so let's make this a little bit bigger. So hopefully they'll fall through the frustum and hit the ground. Yeah, there you go. And then switch it back to all this. And then I did check to make sure that the frustum worked. Well, whoops, I guess I still need to show this with rotation and stuff. Like, see, and you can catch some out on the edge way over there. Yep, there we go. I think that's everything we had to show. So that's all.